For over 6 centuries, Rome ruled Spain, shaping its language, culture, infrastructure, and identity. But how did this vast and diverse land, once home to fierce Iberian tribes and powerful Carthaginian settlements, become a core part of the Roman Empire? In this video, we'll explore Rome's conquest of Spain, from the brutal wars against Carthage to the long struggle to subdue the Iberian tribes, and how this 600-year rule transformed the region into one of the most important provinces of the Roman world. Let's dive into the epic battles, legendary leaders, and lasting legacy of Rome in Spain. Rome's first steps into Spain. The Second Punic War, 218 to 201 BCE. Rome's involvement in Spain began not as a planned conquest, but as part of a global conflict with Carthage, the Second Punic War. Hannibal and the spark of war. By the late 3rd century BCE, Carthage controlled much of southern and eastern Spain, using it as a base to fund and train its armies. In 218 BCE, Hannibal, the legendary Carthaginian general, launched his invasion of Italy from Spain, famously crossing the Alps with his war elephants. This forced Rome to respond, sending armies to Iberia to cut off Carthage's resources. Rome's counterattack and the fall of Carthage in Spain. Scipio Africanus, a brilliant Roman general, led the charge against the Carthaginians in Spain. In 209 BCE, he captured Carthago Nova, modern Cartagena, the Carthaginian capital in Iberia. By 206 BCE, the Romans had completely driven the Carthaginians out, making Spain a Roman-controlled territory. However, Rome's real challenge had just begun, conquering the native Iberian tribes. The long and bloody conquest of Iberia, 206 to 19 BCE. Despite removing Carthage, Rome did not control all of Spain. The Iberian Peninsula was home to dozens of fierce tribes, each resisting Roman rule in their own way. The Iberian and Celtiberian Wars, 206 to 133 BCE. The first wave of resistance came from the Iberians and Celtiberians, warrior societies that refused to submit. The Lusitanians, led by Viriathus, waged a brutal guerrilla war against the Romans for nearly a decade, 147 to 139 BCE. In 133 BCE, Rome finally crushed the Celtiberian resistance at Numantia, after a brutal siege that led to the mass suicide of its defenders rather than surrender. The Cantabrian Wars, 29 to 19 BCE, Rome's final conquest. Even after 2 centuries of fighting, Rome had not fully conquered Spain. The Cantabrians and Astures, tribes from the mountainous north, fought fiercely against Rome. Emperor Augustus personally led the final campaign in 29 to 19 BCE, securing the last pockets of resistance. With this victory, Rome controlled all of Spain, but conquest was just the beginning. Roman Spain, the transformation of Iberia. For the next 600 years, Rome ruled Spain, transforming it from a land of warring tribes into one of the empire's most vital provinces. 1. Roman cities and infrastructure. Classical building. Rome built hundreds of cities including Emerita Augusta, Merida, a major administrative center. Tarraco, Tarragona, the capital of Roman Hispania. Cordoba and Seville, major economic and cultural hubs. The Romans also built roads, aqueducts, and theaters, many of which still exist today. 2. Economy and trade. Money bag. Spain became one of Rome's wealthiest provinces, providing gold and silver from mines in Asturias and Andalusia. Olive oil and wine, exported across the empire. Romanized agriculture, introducing large estates, latifundia. 3. Romanization, language, culture, and law. Amphora. Under Roman rule, Spain became heavily Romanized. Latin replaced native languages, forming the roots of modern Spanish. Roman laws and governance structured Spanish society. Many Spaniards became Roman citizens and even senators and emperors, including Trajan, Hadrian, and Marcus Aurelius. The fall of Rome and the end of Roman Spain, 5th century CE. By the 5th century CE, Rome was in decline. In 409 CE, Germanic tribes, including the Visigoths, invaded Spain. In 476 CE, Rome officially fell, marking the end of Roman rule. The Visigoths took control, paving the way for the medieval kingdoms of Spain. Despite this, Rome's influence never truly disappeared. The Spanish language, legal system, and architecture all bear the mark of 600 years of Roman rule. Conclusion: Rome's lasting legacy in Spain. Rome's conquest of Spain was one of its most challenging and enduring achievements. For 6 centuries, Spain was not just a province, it was a heartland of the empire. From mighty Hannibal to the last Roman emperors, Spain's role in the Roman world was crucial. The roads, laws, and culture of ancient Rome still shape Spain today. What do you think? Should Rome's impact on Spain be considered one of the greatest in history? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more historical content.